Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Grateful Living Cruises. Guess what morning it is? It is embarkation day. Yay! Today is the day we are getting on the Celebrity Edge and embarking upon our 7-night journey on the Celebrity Edge to Alaska. So we are here in Seattle. We've been here for 2 nights already, and I'm here with my family. So we've kind of just been exploring, but our Uber is almost here to take us over to the port so that we can get on the Celebrity Edge and start our journey. So we have our bags packed. We're about to go downstairs. We're about to get on our in our Uber. Just FYI, if you get on Uber and you try to reserve ahead, if you have a group of people, you actually can probably get a black SUV cheaper than you can pay for the hotel shuttle per person. For example, they were charging $15 per person at the hotel for the shuttle, and we were able to get a Uber Black XL SUV for cheaper per person than they were charging there. So anyway, just FYI, if you're trying to save a little bit of money, you can get a private ride sometimes for cheaper. But if you're solo, it may be cheaper because it was $15 per person for their shuttle downstairs. And we're staying at the 4-Point Sheraton over by the Space Needle. But anyway, we're about to go, and I will come back as soon as we get to the port, and yeah, we'll let you guys know how it goes. Welcome to Embarkation Day on Celebrity Edge. All right, everyone, we have made it to the port here at Pier 91. And behind me, we have the Celebrity Edge. And I apologize. They are wheeling in the cart for the luggages. But we are here. The Celebrity Edge is behind me. And we are getting ready to get on her. I'll show you guys the Celebrity Edge. My mom and family have already gone ahead. And then next to us, we have the Anthem of the Seas. You guys see they have the big arm there that goes up. So everyone is busy, hustling, trying to get on, trying to get dropped off. But we are here, and we're going to start this check-in process. So as always, I'm going to time the process from getting on the ship and as soon as I go inside. So we're going to get this thing started, and I'll come back soon. Bye. All right, you guys, we have made it through security. Now, I will say that, you know, my mom is in a scooter, so we did get to kind of bypass a lot of the security stuff because of, you know, her being in the chair. But so far, we made it to the gangway in a little over 11 minutes from the time we walked in the door. So now we're on the gangway and we're making our way up flights of the gangway. But we have the ship here. And we have our gangway. Thank you. Here we go. And we are almost on the ship. There we go. Mom's scared to drive the thing. Ta-da! Yay!
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. She's a scaredy cat. Scared driver.
Signs open to you as well. If you want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go this way as well.
So anyway, we made it on the ship in about 12 minutes from the time we walked in the door. Now we're going to get things going. We're going to figure out, get our muster station going, and yeah, get settled. I want to do my best, y'all. It's kind of hard when you're traveling with family who don't necessarily want to be part of the video, but I'm going to do my very best, and yeah, I'll come back soon. Okay, everyone, so we have made it onto the Celebrity Edge, and our staterooms are ready. So we are here on floor 8, and our stateroom is 247 on deck 8 on Celebrity Edge. And we actually have an adjoining room with my mom, who has a handicap accessible room, and she is deck 8, 245. First, let's take a look at our room. So we do have the Infinite Veranda rooms here on the Celebrity Edge. Gorgeous staterooms. And I know that they have some controversial aspects with the Infinite Veranda rooms, but I think for Alaska and the temperature that we are experiencing here in Seattle and Alaska, maybe I wouldn't want this type of room for the Caribbean. I'll let you know more toward the end of the series how it works out, but for now, my first impressions are that I think this is going to be fantastic for Alaska. So let's take a look at the room. And again, I just walked in, so you guys are getting my first real raw impressions. As we go about the cruise and I get more used to the room, we definitely will circle back and talk more about it. But for now, let's just talk about first impressions. But when you first walk in, obviously, Celebrity is known for sleek, modern appearances. The simple touches like the decor, everything just is very sleek and modern looking. You have the wood grain, the bed here, you have the lamps, the pillows, everything just looks so nice and modern. You have the flat screen television that's right here across from the bed. And as you come into the room, you'll notice here as well on the right hand side of the bed, you do have a plug, and I'll show you guys a little bit closer, but you do have a plug with a light switch and some USBs here. And then there is a USB plug here on the telephone on the left hand side of the bed also. You do have a full-size couch here that does have like the trundle pull-out bed here. And when you come over here closer, let's see, you have the outlet here. And then you have the USBs located here. Now, on each side of the bed, you do have the shelves here. So that's nice, and you have that on both sides. You do have a light here next to the bed, as well as a little stool. And then across from the couch, you do have a tall mirror with a little workstation that has a chair that pulls out, which is quite nice. And then you guys have probably seen it. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the box, but you do have 2 USB ports here, and then the outlets that you can use, and then the Europeans. So you have your 110s, your 220s, and then your USBs. I don't have them with me yet because they're in my checked luggage, but I did bring some extensions to use. They use these boxes to try to make it look more sleek. So we'll see what that setup looks like. I'll come back and report to you guys. But you do have also in here, you have the fridge or the beverage cooler. And then you do have 1, 2, 3 large size drawers here as well. You also have a lamp that turns on, quite nice. And then of course you have the beautiful Infinite Veranda balcony. These do close, these partitions. So if you want privacy, you have that. I don't really know how they work yet because everything is kind of closed up. But anyway, these do close. We have this open right now because it's nice and cool in Seattle today. But you can tell, I mean, here I am, like it's an actual balcony room, right? Because I have the window down, which you can control with those controls on the wall right there. So I have it as if it's an actual balcony, but it's an extension of the room. And it is a beautiful day here in Seattle. So I have this here. Let me turn around and give you a view from the other side. So I have this beautiful extension of the room here. And yeah, so this can go up and down. It also has a blackout shade, and I'll show you guys a picture of that later on as well. That will literally blacken the whole room. And so you can open and close that. When this is open, it does turn off the air conditioning controls. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But the weather here is like in the 60s. And so perfect for us anyway. So anyway, for the Caribbean, maybe not, I don't know. But for us right now, this is kind of perfect. So let's take a look at the bathroom and see what we think about that. Because you guys know, as a big guy, that is super muy importante. Okay, so let's look at the bathroom. First of all, my first impressions are beautiful. Again, the artwork, the space is very nice. It looks very accommodating. It has a large shower with a bubble glass. It looks very spacious in all the places you need it as a big guy. So we're talking about a big person or a plus size person. The space here looks nice. The artwork. You have tons of space underneath the sink here for storage. You have a plug down here. You have more storage over here. You have storage on both sides of the sink. It's actually clean. If you know, you know from my last series. It's very clean. And it's ready. It's actually ready early. We literally just got on the ship and the rooms are already ready. So big sink, large sink. They have, you know, all kinds of stuff here, lotion, everything we need. And then let's take a look at the shower. Very nice, like I mentioned, glass encasement, towel racks. You have the handheld. You have a footstool, so if you're a lady and you want to shave, or if you just need better access to wash your legs. You do have shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. So for those of you who hate having that all-in-one thing, you'll have that. And you have a grab handle. So very nice. Very nice. Very, very classy. Very, very nice looking, in my opinion. So there you have it. First impressions of our Infinite Veranda stateroom here on the Celebrity Edge. Now, let's go take a look at my mom's room, which is a handicap accessible stateroom, also Infinite Veranda here on the Celebrity Edge. Okay, you guys, so now let's take a look at my mom's handicap accessible Infinite Veranda stateroom. Again, she is deck 8. 245 here on the Celebrity Edge. And again, she's in a handicap accessible stateroom, which means she has a little bit more room to navigate with her scooter, her mobility scooter. So these rooms are going to be wider and made specifically for people with handicap needs. So let's take a look. Again, deck 8, room 245 on the Celebrity Edge. So instantly you can tell lots more space here to navigate a scooter. In fact, her scooter is right there. Lots more space. The room is significantly larger. It is a very large room, very spacious for her needs. And she does have plenty of closet space that she can get access to here. She does have a safe, the same size safe as we have in our room. Same type of plug here next to her bed. Same type of shelf there next to it. She does have another closet over here that is easy for her to get to. And it has a little pull down thing. So it'll be easy for her to pull down, you see, which is a really nice touch. So she can actually pull her clothes down from her wheelchair if needed. It's a very nice touch from Celebrity. She does also have a television across from her bed. Plenty of space to park her scooter. And then the rest of the room is kind of similar. She does have a little desk here. She has the same kind of setup over here with the 220 volt, the 110 volt, 2 USB ports, all set up in the little box. And she has the hidden little beverage cooler that you can also keep locked with a code. And she has the lamp with the little light or the little decorative accessory that's over here instead of over there in a normal room. Also 3 drawers, 1, 2, 3 located there. And then behind us on this side, again, another little table here. We have 2 USB outlets. So on this room, there's 1 regular outlet over there, 2 USBs on this side, and then you have the telephone that has the USB. And once again, you do have the couch in here as well. I don't believe this one has the pull-out trundle, maybe because it's a handicap accessible. It may, but doesn't look like it from first glance. Let me look. Yeah, this one does not, but a lot of the rooms do, but maybe this one just because of its setup. But still a very spacious room. Perfect for someone with handicap accessible needs. And by the way, if you're traveling, we actually got from Special Needs Group, we rented it and they delivered it to our hotel actually in Seattle. They were fantastic. And so Mom also has in this stateroom an Infinite Veranda room, and it has a very large area. So she has the controls just like we do to see out. But then because it's got that extra space, there's even a little space over here. I don't think this section probably, yeah, this side does not roll down, but still, I mean, look at all that. It's going to be beautiful in Alaska, all that space. It's going to be gorgeous. And also in her room, these just slide instead of folding, but still that's really nice and it'll be easy for her to operate. So fantastic view, big room, very amazing space. I'm so thrilled with this. And it connects to our room through this door right here. Now let's take a look at her room, or her bathroom. Again, this is a handicap accessible room, so everything is made to be accessible for her. So you notice there's no step up here. There's a drain right there, so she can roll right in here to take a shower. There is a seat, plenty of grab rails, lots of space. There are curtains here, but you know, that's kind of needed because they're rolling in. But if you'll notice, the track is really wide, so she could roll her wheelchair or walker, or, you know, she'll probably just come in here and kind of sit down. Emergency pools, grab handles around the toilet area, which is fantastic. And again, a large sink with plenty of storage as well. So again, a fantastic setup for the handicap accessible. Great job, Celebrity. Thank you for taking care of our people with handicap accessible needs. This wasn't just a quick fix. This was actually greatly thought out and beautifully set up so that our handicap accessible family and friends can also enjoy their cruise vacation as well. Also, plenty of hooks here. There's hook here, hook here, 2 hooks here on the door. Lots of space. So let's take one more look around the room. Again, handicap accessible, infinite veranda room. This is not a suite. This is just a handicap accessible room. Now, don't be trying to book this if you're not actually, you do have to verify that you're a handicap accessible or you need a handicap accessible room. But this is a fantastic room for those who do need a handicap accessible space. One more look. All right, guys. So I hope that this helps you. If you or a family member are trying to plan a trip on the Celebrity Edge and you're looking for a handicap accessible room, we'll come back and let you guys know how it all worked out as the trip goes on. But for now, we're going to go find something to eat and we'll talk soon. The sail away party here on the Celebrity Edge. So obviously the sail away party vibes on celebrity ships are not the same as Carnival or Royal Caribbean. But they're trying, you know, they're trying. What can you say? There's a few people in the pool. Hi everyone. We are here on the Celebrity Edge and we are sailing out. We are leaving Seattle and the Anthem of the Seas is actually one step ahead of us. They are on their way out, leaving the port of Seattle. Beautiful backdrop of Seattle in the background. So, interesting fact, this sailing, this is September 10th, and we are on a 7-night sailing, and we're on the Celebrity Edge. That's the Anthem of the Seas by Royal Caribbean that is just now leaving. And they actually told us that for Celebrity Edge, this is the last sailing of the season for Celebrity Edge. So, as you know, Alaskan season is not year-round for most of these ships. So we are on the last sailing. So as Anthem of the Seas makes their way out, they are making their turn. We will be making our way out directly after. So we have officially sailed away, and I am on the aft portion of the ship on deck 5 of Eden. So I was trying to find a good spot to get a good view, and I think Eden is probably one of the best places to do that. So on this portion of the ship, there is it is kind of like a smoker section, but you can get a great view of not only the wake of the ship, but also the downtown Seattle area. As you're departing the city, you can get a great view. You can see the water and the wake of the ship going by as we're getting away here. So again, I'm on the very back portion of Eden. There's an outside area. This is like a smoker section on the back side here, but it's a great view actually of the city and the wake. The rooftop garden and the upper decks are going to be really full as you're departing for the sail away. So I was trying to find a spot that wasn't quite as busy, and these are going to be some of those areas. Eden in general was not very busy, but these little outdoor areas on the sides of Eden actually were quite great. So anyway, if you're looking for a nice quiet area that's not quite as busy on the Celebrity Edge for sail away, check out one of these spots to the left and the right of Eden. So for dinner, we went to the Cosmopolitan restaurant, which is one of the 4 main dining room restaurants that are included in the cruise fare. And this was a really cool concept. We just decided to go here this night because there was no line. But the entrance is really cool. It's made out of wine bottles that literally surround the entire entrance. The sides, the top, the whole thing. It's kind of like a walk-through wine bottle. But it's a really pretty restaurant. As you can see, they have chandeliers. They have really nice seating. And overall, the vibe here at the Cosmopolitan was perfect for our first night dinner. So I hope you enjoy our dinner tonight. Right, everyone, good evening. So we are just finished the show, The Colors of Life, which here on the Celebrity Edge I thought was a fantastic show. The use of the technology of the screens in front of the theater in accompaniment with the singers and the dancers and the aerialists. It was just a really good combination, in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed that show. And I'll insert some clips here in the video so that you guys can see. But really enjoyed it. You know, this ship is significantly smaller than a lot of the mega ships out there, but the quality of the entertainment, I thought, you know, definitely was there. So we had a great time there at the theater, and definitely you'll want to get there early if you want a good seat, but really any seat in the house is a good seat there, the way that they have it set up. Definitely don't skip out on the show. It's a good show for sure. So we are now about to have dinner. You know, the interesting thing about the Celebrity Edge is you have your choice of 4 different main dining rooms, and each dining room has kind of a different theme, if you will. Tonight we're in the Cosmopolitan, which has more of that Americana upscale vibe. Each dining room is going to have the same set main menu for each evening, but each dining room will have a few choices of the menu that are specific to its specific theme. So, and that portion will remain the same for each night. So essentially, you can have sort of a different experience, a different restaurant experience each night, even though you're still in the main dining, so to speak, which is kind of a unique experience from other cruise lines where you're in the main dining room each and every night, and it's kind of the same spot, same menu type situation. So tonight we're in the Cosmopolitan, and we'll try a different one each and every night for 4 nights, and then we actually have a 3 specialty dining package, which will take us over into the additional 3 nights of our sailing for a total of 7 nights for the total of our entire sailing. So anyway, we're going to get our dinner started here. I'll let you guys know what we'll be having, and we'll see how it goes. All right, we'll talk soon. So part of the appetizer has arrived. I just got a shrimp cocktail. So they already put the cocktail sauce on it. And it came in a nice little cocktail glass. Nice presentation. I did get a double order because it only comes in one order, has 4 pieces. So I did go ahead and get a double order, and then I did get also some French onion soup. So anyway, just a small little pieces of shrimp. And then for dinner, I just got a steak because that was really the only thing on the menu that for tonight that sounded decent to me. So anyway, let's taste the shrimp. Tastes pretty good. It's a shrimp cocktail. It's exactly what you would expect. Cheers. I finished the shrimp cocktail, and now y'all know from previous videos, if you're seen my other videos, that I love French onion soup. And although this is Celebrity, it's still a Royal Caribbean family ship. So I have high expectations for this French onion soup because I love the French onion soup from Royal Caribbean. So I think that this is going to be very good. And I'm going to try this. And for those of you who aren't aware, one thing that a lot of people love about Celebrity is that they do have escargot and also octopus. So one of our family members has tried the escargot tonight and they enjoy it. I will not be trying that. And my mom also got French onion soup. Is it hot? Is it good? You like it? She says it's real good. So anyway, it looks really... Yeah. So I'm going to be trying this. It looks kind of hot still, but let's see.
You're not sure if you like this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, huh?
No, that's good. That's really good, actually. Dinner is served. Like I said, I went ahead and got the steak. So New York strip steak. And it comes with potatoes and carrots and green beans and some sauce. And we got a chef selection. It's some kind of fish. I forgot what type of fish it was. So I'm going to try that. And then we got spaghetti. And then Mom got chicken breast. Yeah. So I'm going to try the steak. And I'm going to try this fish as well. The waiter actually, she told us she didn't recommend the fish, even though it was a chef recommendation. So I'm going to try it and see. I don't know. Maybe there was a reason behind that. It's actually not bad.
How do you do it?
But yeah, I'm sorry, Mom's having difficulty with the salt and pepper shaker. So yeah, it's not bad. I think I'm gonna like my steak better. Hey everyone, good evening. We are at the first show on the Celebrity Edge, and the theater is really, really cool. I know you guys have seen lots of other YouTubers do their take on the theater, but it's really an immersive like screen that wraps all the way around the front. I would say third of the third of the theater here. So you can imagine the shows and the experiences that kind of helps bring to the show. So I think that's kind of a neat thing. So I'm excited to see what this show is. Of course, I will video as much as I can, and if the sound is not copywritten, I will definitely include that in the video as well. But yeah, so far the Celebrity Edge is doing well for us. I will, as always, have my first impressions video for you guys, and that will be included after my first the first night, the first day vlog. I will have my first impressions video, so that will be coming for sure. So anyway, stay tuned for the first impressions of my Celebrity Edge video. But for now, let's get this show going here in the theater.